Companies work on a COVID-19 vaccine that specifically targets the Omicron variant. But data shows Omicron cases are falling across the country. So where does the work stand now? Gregory verifies.
After 2 years of this pandemic, it can still be difficult to know the latest research when it comes to the COVID vaccines. That's why we verify by going straight to the experts and looking at the primary sources. With Omicron being the primary variant circulating, let's verify what's the latest on vaccines specifically targeted against the Omicron variant. Our sources are two infectious diseases doctors, Dr. William Moss and Dr. Matthew Lawrence. We know Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson are all in the process of creating an Omicron-specific vaccine. Last month, the Pfizer CEO said theirs would be ready in March. But as Omicron cases decline, would it be too late?
I still think there'll be a role for it, but it will really depend on whether the Omicron variant becomes stays the dominant variant going forward.
We've seen already minor variants of Omicron circulating in other areas, so I think that gives reason for us to pause and say, let's make sure we have an appropriate boost for Omicron.
Meanwhile, the Army says they're working on a vaccine to prevent all coronaviruses. And this would include other viruses like the Middle Eastern Respiratory Virus, or MERS.
And the hope is that you can identify a common piece across all these different coronaviruses, to which, if we develop immune response, actually prevents the virus from replicating in our bodies.
We want to have the immune response recognize the virus at the pre-fusion, before it attaches to the human cell.
That's kind of several years away, I would say, if it's even feasible.
Bottom line, all of this research is still ongoing, but it is true drug manufacturers are continuing to develop boosters targeting Omicron and other variants that could emerge. With your Verify, I'm Gregory.
And if you still have questions about the vaccine, send them to the Verify team. You can email verify@13newsnow.com and we will work to get you answers.